Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Xantho, and today I'm going over basically some gearing options while leveling, and what to do in the case that you can't get your Facebreaker gloves, or your Bringer of Rain, or your Tukahoma's Fortress. If you're not able to get your Facebreaker gloves by level 28, you can simply continue on a Spectral Helix, like just like this, until you can get them. This will entail keeping the Destroyer notable a little longer than you normally would. Kill these enemies real quick just to show Spectral Helix does indeed still work after 28. Works great, actually. Totally viable to continue Spectral Helix on for a while, actually. But you should be able to get Facebreakers probably before level 40. I usually get them before 28 because I just sell 4 links that I find in Act 3 and 4. I usually sell for a couple alks. Maybe even a Chaos if they have good rules on them. But and that also entails picking up the Wrecking Ball passives here. Instead of going all the way up here to Ancestral Bond and picking up the totem nodes, simply keep Destroyer, pick up a couple life nodes, pick up this life node here, maybe go for the Impale here, and then pick up Wrecking Ball and keep Destroyer. Even when you do get your Facebreakers, I should mention that I would not recommend fully switching over to Facebreaker until A, you've either completed Normal Lab and gotten Master of Metal, right here, or B, have 2 Iron Rings and a Meginord's Girdle, and you have Poacher's Mark in your links somewhere. That's because you basically need Flat Fizz to make Facebreaker work. Without Flat Fizz, Facebreakers do basically no damage because they have basically no base damage themselves because you're unarmed, and unarmed has very low base Fizz damage. So I forgot to mention that in previous videos. I apologize for that. This build has reached a lot more people than I previously thought it would, and thus these tiny little errors do get amplified when it reaches a wider audience. With that said, let's move on to what to do if you can't get your Bringer of Rain or your Tukahoma's Fortress. Let's go on to PoE here. So if you cannot get your Bringer of Rain, Bringer of Rain is pretty much best in slot before you can upgrade to a more expensive version of the build. So I would try my absolute best trying to get this as soon as possible. If you can't acquire one due to currency reasons, you can simply run with any normal 4 or 5 link body armor in the meantime. Though I would not go for a 6 link, as Bringer of Rain should still be far cheaper. If you find a 6 link, I would probably sell it. 6 links go over usually 30 plus chaos early. 6 link body armors go over like 30 plus chaos early league. So if you do find a 6 link, sell it, buy your Bringer of Rain, get some better gear yourself up. But in the meantime, you can just use a 4 or 5 link body armor. 5 link body armors you can usually give for only a couple of chaos if Bringer of Rain is expensive. If Bringer of Rain is its normal prices, which is usually like 1 or 2C, just buy it for 1 or 2C. If it's 5C, just save up a bit, buy it for 5C. I don't anticipate it being that expensive because I'm not a huge content creator, but it's possible that some of these kind of niche items might increase in price just a little bit. The one I'm really concerned about actually is Tukahoma's Fortress, which I believe will be the biggest issue considering the shield is a tier 1 unique. If you're not aware, unique items in PoE are graded into tiers, with tier 0 being the most rare and T5 being the least. Tukahoma's Fortress is a tier 1 unique, which makes it quite rare to drop. This is normally balanced out by the fact that hardly anyone actually uses the shield, but in the chance that it is out of your price range, you can still get by with only 2 main totems instead of 3. You can also look out for a +1 to maximum number of summoned totems mod on a Shaper Influence Shield, which is the exact same mod found in Tukahoma's Fortress. We do want to go with Blood Magic on the early versions of this build, so if a +1 totem Shaper Shield is cheaper, simply buy the +1 totem Shaper Shield and go take the Blood Magic Keystone on the tree. Blood Magic Keystone is right here. It's just right along the path we normally take, so it's just 1 extra passive point. So basically that's the contingencies of what to do. I have now added, if no Facebreaker, contingencies in the gearing and skill sections of what to do if you don't have a Facebreaker. For example, you just continue with Spectral Helix, Chance to Bleed, Cruelty, Vicious Proj, which is my setup right here. And it works out fine. This is what I did Normal Lab with. I did Normal Lab at level 30, level 34 now. But yeah, this is totally viable. Whoa, those shocks are hitting hard. Yeah, this is completely viable to continue on, probably until like 40, 50 if you really want to, but just get your Facebreaker as soon as you possibly can. And get your Meginord's Girdle. as soon as you can, and then do normal lava as early as you can. But yeah, Spectral Helix is very viable to continue on with past 28 if you cannot get your Facebreakers. So, with that said, those are basically what you should do. Once again, you can't get your Facebreakers, continue with Spectral Helix. Get your 4-link Spectral Helix going. Upgrade your sword, axe, or mace. I would just go for sword or axes. Maces or two-handed maces are a bit too slow. So just do a vendor craft, which is, you know, just a rare rustic sash. You can use essences on them. Vendor it with a rare rustic sash, blacksmith whetstone, and a weapon, and you'll get one with T7 serrated physical damage on it. And that'll be a huge upgrade. Upgrade maybe every 5 to 10 levels. So yeah, Spectral Helix if you can't get Facebreakers, a 4 or 5 link chest if you can't get Bringer of Rain, and maybe a Shaper Shield if you can't get 2 Gama's Fortress, or just run with 2 Ancestral Warchief Totems, well, Sunder early, not Sunder early, but Sunder for clear in maps, but just 2 Ancestral Warchief Totems and 2 Ancestral Protector Totems. That should still do more than enough damage for the campaign, and you should have enough to get your 2 Gama's Fortress or a +1 Totem Shaper Shield by the time you hit maps probably. If you use some early heisting, you can probably buy everything easy because heist is really good money early. If you start when you're level like 50 or 60 in heist, and you can probably just level all the way up to your 70, and come out there with probably 100 chaos and buy everything you need and get your build running really well. So with that said, bid you guys adieu. Hope you guys have a great league start, and that's basically just what to do if stuff becomes a little bit more expensive. So peace out.